You talked about Aggie Pride, the illustrious North Carolina A&T. So talk about what you think about HBCUs and the role that you think they play in the Black community, if any.
Hmm. So, there was a book that I read, and I forgive me for the title. I'll shoot it to you so you can, plug your people in because we love a good book. But basically, this book was kind of eye opening to me, and I'm mentioning this because I went to a HBCU before I read the book, and so I went to the HBCU, and I just was like, okay, like this is cool. I was under the influence of other Aggies, so of course I got pushed in that direction. But I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining at all. But this book was eye opening to me because it was like the standard. HBCUs were the standard when we talk like when you look at like Black history and Black youth, not Black youth, Black wealth, Black elite, and things like that. And I'm just like, oh wow, like I did not know. Like it was like, no, you need like that's the only option. But to go to a HBCU and then that is it has its own level of prestige. Whereas I feel like currently, given our just the times that we're in, I feel like it's like one of those spaces that maybe people take for granted. It's like, I could go here or there. It's like I got options. Like, yeah, you do, and you do have options, but why not at HBCU where you are in a safe space to learn and also just get out here and experience, different people because Black people are not a monolith. And that was another thing that I learned while I was there. I was like, oh wow, like so we all didn't come from. Oh, okay. Oh, you do. Oh, okay. Like it was just eye opening for me. And so, as a person who went to a PWI first, the culture just is different. Black people, Black spaces are generally more welcoming than others. Whereas, our slogan is Aggies do. And so we get right in and we get to helping each other out. Hey, you don't have the book? Okay, I got you. You can, I'm gonna send you a couple pictures of my book, or a couple of different people scan some different. We gonna figure out a way to get it done. Whereas I feel like at a PWI, and it's no shade to them, it's just my own experience. It's a little bit more like competitive. It's like everybody for themselves. Oh, you don't got the book, great. So I'm 10 steps ahead of you. Like, yo, what? What? But HBCUs, at least in my humble opinion, and again my experience at A&T, it was not like that. Like my professors, I was able to put some of my professors down as emergency contacts for my son. Like building community at an HBCU is just a lot different, and I feel like we need that. We need that because I think out here, different people coming up, especially with these social media driven mindsets and outlooks and everything. It's just like everybody is kind of returning to that out for self type of thing. And I'm like, oh nah, because we've always been the village for each other and we need to return to that. And so I feel like if you have an opportunity to go to an HBCU, you should, because that's where that is fostered. So I think that HBCUs, everybody, but listen, Black children, go to a HBCU. Go to HBCU. Black
I
parents,
completely
send your
agree.
child to a HBCU. Even if they don't stay, just go for a semester or two and look outside. I mean, think outside the box. Just really be present in the moment, because again, where you learn is just as important as what you learn. So that was for me was one of the most safest space I've ever learned in. And I was able just to, be who I was, and you don't always get that opportunity. We have so many things stacked up against us. Why not go to a HBCU and keep our legacy going?